On camera.
Give me 3 words.
Inappropriate ass. Mrs. Robinson. Have you seen that movie? Well then, you'll never know my reference.
Give me
No, I'm
3
not.
words.
Oh, I need to plug those. I need to charge those. But give me my microphones so people can hear you. We talking boys, y'all. Men's, because my daughter's a grown woman. We talking men.
Yeah, no, yesterday he called himself a man, and I was just like... I was like,
And I'm going to tell you, my bias has kicked in since you gave me that little piece of information. Share with Reed. Like, you got to learn how to read the room, Bailey. Like, if I say something topically...
But I want to know, you cannot be on live talking about these things and then telling me...
No, read the goddamn room. Like, if I say...
You just texted me.
If I say that I said something or there's a thought that I'm having that I can't say publicly because it'll get me in trouble, you really just have to know our history and what we've talked about up until this point.
That's what I'm thinking, but like...
So yeah, but you're like what? I can't elaborate, and I literally said I can't.
That's how I do other people, though.
Just play the game, homie. Yeah, you want to put people in uncomfortable situations. You got to stop doing that. It's just like, yo, it's almost like you might have a little, you might be on the spectrum too.
Think so?
Yeah, the way you just be acting like no human, like you said, you want to learn body language and stuff like that. Some cues you just don't be picking up on. But then when I try to tell you, you're like, I know. I'm just like,
no, it's because I do things knowing. Like yesterday when I was looking at those lady's books, I knew when you said that to me. Hey, you said that because I had said that I saw her book in the library before. Mm-hmm. So you were like tracking me on what I was doing. So I'm like, yeah, I know not to look at this lady's stuff, but I want to. So it's kind of like I know what's wrong, but I'll do it anyways.
But see, I don't know when you know what's wrong, and I don't know if you're just doing what you want to do.
But even
is
it wrong if I still do it?
We do things we're not supposed to do all the time. Like I said, don't get caught. I didn't say don't do it. I said don't get caught. We're not supposed to be looking at the books on the bookshelf. And if a title catches your eye, just don't get caught, because that's going to reflect badly on everything.
Right.
Because we're supposed to act like we don't see what's in our face.
But that's literally even beyond the books. That's literally how they want us to live, and I don't live like that. Like literally, I want first page to be the last page. Hello. We live. We live.
You want me to sit next to you, Adoy?
No, you're good.
Okay, then boom.
Do you want me to move?
No, we're talking boys. Aren't we always talking boys? Oh, she said.
Unfortunately,
she said she can't hear us.
I don't know why we're always talking about boys. That's kind of bad.
Can you hear me now?
You think I'm?
Oh, you heard Adoy. You can't hear me.
Boy-centered.
I think that you are a product of a 19-year-old life, and what else are you going to focus on? What's the one thing in life that you can move and manipulate? Because we want to control something in our lives. Our lives are out of control. We got to control something. We try to control other people, which means you focus on boys.
Because that's the opposite. Not because now we're getting into. Here, you can have it.
You put it between us.
Hello.
I need to charge it. Hello. You all just gonna have to like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Oh. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay, shimmy y'all. How y'all doing tonight? What's today?
May 6th, Monday.
It's a Monday. It feels like a Sunday. What does it feel like to you, Adoy? What does it feel like to you guys?
A Wednesday.
Feels like a Wednesday? What does it feel like? This is an important question. Me and Adoy have been over here conducting research. And these random questions that I be asking, they're very important questions. Because it means vibrationally, what does this day feel like to you? For me, it feels like a Sunday. For Adoy, it feels like a Wednesday. What does it feel like to you? And then we'll see if we're on similar vibrational frequencies right now. That's how you test your intuition. Me and Adoy have been over here conducting experiments, like official. I'll show you guys a little bit. but like official experiments trying to figure something out because we see color. Do you know Ree? Would you be able to pick a color up on Ree?
I don't know Ree.
You don't know Ree?
I mean, I feel like yellow.
I see a brown or a yellow too. We don't know what the colors mean though, Ree. So that's what we're trying to figure out because we see, is this each individual thing needs to be charged? Yeah, baby, I like it raw. All right, so anyway, we're talking about boys. And I just found out a little piece of information that has, and this is a bias that I have to work on for myself, but I found out a little piece of information that made me completely change the advice that I've been giving my child. And I have to deal with that bias. Because I'm thinking if I can remove that bias from my advice, would my advice still change? Or so is my advice being influenced by my bias? And so I have to stop and run our conversations back. And I was like, no, there's still, because what's happening is, and I know you guys aren't going to agree with me, but I'm teaching my daughter the game. Y'all are teaching your daughters how to be perfect, prim and proper girls. I'm teaching my child the game. So what I told my daughter is sometimes you got to be in rooms that you don't want to be in with people you don't want to be with in order to get a piece of something you need. And so this particular individual has a skill that a Adoy can use in life. And so I was like, well, you might have to have some uncomfortable conversations. I'm not telling my child to give her body over to this person. I'm just telling my child, you might have to chat somebody up that you don't want to chat up, that you would rather not have to deal with in order to gain this skill. This skill that costs thousands of dollars to get, you could get it for free. And all you gotta do is have some conversations you don't want to have. I was like, it might be worth it.
But we're talking about Pink Panther. We're talking about how to catch Pink Panther.
Okay, I didn't remember where we left off, so
good.
I just was like...
No, because I was like, I'm trying to get Pink Panther over here on the
okay,
day.
So
trying to do this activity.
Boom. So my child has fixated on this guy. I gotta run. I got a kiddo at the hospital. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Blessings to the baby.
Yes, praying for the baby.
Praying for the babies.
And you.
Ah, shit. You know, I asked her, I was like, well, are you in love with this individual? And was this individual your first love? And she was like, yes. I was like, okay, I can see how you have fixated on this person because they were the first person that, what is a first love? Define that.
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I would say attraction-wise, my first love, or I don't know, it's just someone I really just want to see do
We need
great,
a podcast.
help out, be assistance to.
Oh, she gotta fill us in later.
I feel like a first love is more of like I see you like as family. Like, I don't see you as like a friend or best friend. I have more lenience. I don't know. What do you think a first love is?
I don't know, but I'm processing your definition because when people say what they say, they usually don't say what they mean, so I have to decipher what you said. So I'm running it through my filters.
I would do a lot for the person I love, that's all.
Yeah, so you give your heart, which means you allow them to enter a sacred space within you,
right,
which is a sacred space that you've only allowed your family to enter thus far.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, as I processed through my head, I was just like, what has this person done to gain the same access that you have allowed said loyalty for?
But at the same time, I don't know. I will say there's nothing really. I mean, in the past, they listened to me a lot. They would talk to me.
They're a safe space.
Literally, like, when things weren't good with my family, it was just a distraction.
Excuse me.
I don't know, it was different. Yeah. I was young. It was different.
Okay, so now we have two different factors. We have a factor of I was young, so just because they were your first love, you were a child. Just like Michael's first love, is when he's 5 years old, this little girl who may or may not like boys. I'm not sure. I'm not putting this on a child, but I also have heard that she has a girlfriend as well. So they put it on themselves. So it's like, do we really fixate on something we declared in our youth? And now we are a decade in. It may not seem like a lot because you're only 19. But a decade later, actually 12 years, I'm not how old you was when it happened.
I was about 13, 14.
Okay, so a little under a decade.
Like 6 years.
You are still on this one person because 6 years ago you said this was the person.
But I don't think I said it was the person. I just feel like subconsciously.
That's what, on some level. And societal influences, right?
Right.
I'm just saying that there's penetration that's happening at multiple levels.
I just feel like I don't like going and meeting dudes. They're so weird. Like, I hate having to get to know these people.
Hold on.
Like, I'm just thinking about when I would go, like, hang out with RJ and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, he was so weird, but I just accepted it because I was hanging out with somebody. And I liked him, but he still made me feel like he was a weirdo. But then I'd be feeling like I'm a bad person because I think people are weird.
How come RJ doesn't get a code name?
Because RJ's RJ, and if RJ finds out I'm talking about him, oh well.
Oh,
I literally
well.
don't even...
We're not protecting RJ's feelings and identity. We're protecting everybody else's. That's something to say. You even had to go get me a whiteboard.
RJ already is a fake identity. It's not his real name. It's just...
Not Randy Jackson?
What is that from?
I just made that up. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Young Balance Game. What are we talking about? There's a pie chart that I went to go get me a whiteboard for. What are we talking about?
Me being young and hyperfixated on somebody.
You are hyperfixated on something. And I'm saying...
Oh, shit, the diagram.
Young Diagram, Teacher Taylor has entered the chats. I'm saying this is the entirety of your life.
Right.
And so this is the entirety of your life. And I'm saying of all the possibilities of why you are fixated on this person is he was your first love. First love.
Right.
And you could be like, well, not really. Well, if this is the entirety of your life, I'm not saying that this is because he was your first love and that's why you're fixated on this boy. I'm saying if this is a possibility and all possibilities are possible.
This diagram is hilarious.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down though?
Yes.
All possibilities are possible. Then there is at least this much in the entirety of you that it is possible that you are fixated on this individual simply because he is the first one that penetrated you to the level of yada yada that you valued, because others were also penetrating you at the same time. The language, touching you is language too. So I don't know what to say. Grappling your soul.
Right? They say siphoning. They siphon energy. I've been learning about the things that males do.
Okay, so I've been contemplating energy vampires too. And what energy, people don't even realize that they're energy vampires. Honestly, people who are energy vampires are people that take and don't give. So that's everybody. Everybody that sits on our live and doesn't double tap the screen or say hi or any of those situations, they're taking from us, they're siphoning from us, but they're not giving anything back to us. So people are energy vampires a lot more often than they even know that they are. Everybody just looks at the extreme, like, oh my God, this person is draining me.
They just think about sex, drugs, like, I don't know. We just allow a lot of sins.
Yeah.
All day long. That's how
the world is. Well, this is Sodom and Gomorrah.
I'm actually really sad. Like, sometimes
I don't know what
think
Sodom and Gomorrah is,
jumping.
but jump in where?
You know where. Because it's just like, what's the point?
You're done with this world? It gets better, kid. It gets
I know
better.
it gets better, but it's just like, why? Why even go through the bad times?
This world sucks. I'm gonna keep it. It's terrible. It really is a terrible place. But you have to hold it within yourself to know
it just doesn't
that
feel
you
like
can create the world of your desires.
But it just...
This is the way I feel. I feel like this because it's like I'm trying to, increase my sphere of comfortability in this world, because it used to be just me sitting on this bed. The internet has allowed me a space to where it's gotten a little bit bigger because I've met and liked beings on the internet. And then, you graduated into the space where you actually understand what I'm saying and you can grow me. So that's an extra bonus. So now my sphere has gotten a little bit bigger. And now I'm in a space where I'm starting to interact with people that don't even understand what I'm saying, but they're really rude about it.
I think I just have a hard time with valuing people, because you could say all this, but I'm like, hang out with you is not enough. Like, I still feel like I need more.
What does value mean?
What does value mean? I mean, like, I don't know. That word's been thrown at me a lot.
Yeah, it's just a word of the season.
But it's like, I don't know what value
Queen
is.
Mother.
Cause like I can
Hey sis, how you doing?
I could say all the words, but inside.
Sis. I was saying hi to the room. I feel because I'm not acknowledging y'all be hopping out, but we be spitting hot fire over here. Y'all be missing out because maybe you hop on something where you can't relate. But I promise you, if you stay on that horn, you gonna get fed. You ain't doing nothing else. You might as well watch something that potentially can grow you. I'm just saying. Go off, I'm listening.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about, like, on top of, like, the whole first love thing, it's kind of like someone I've kind of reserved kind of special things for.
So special things, so things you can't do with other people.
Yeah.
Things.
And if I were to do it with other people, then it's not
We're
special.
figuring out why she can't get this boy out of her system. Things special. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Special.
That is just special.
Things special. I don't know what the heck I just wrote. How much of the entirety of you is the fact that you can do special things with him?
But is it really special if he's doing it with other people?
We're not worried about him.
Right, we cannot.
We're trying to figure out why you can't get him out of your system. How is the fact that you could do special things with him? And you want to, right?
I feel like that's a huge factor. Like I just mentioned with you, like,
boom.
Like, I was like, do you feel like that's a...
This is gonna be special
feelings.
Things. So we're gonna, no, here we go. That's how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna go 2, and we're gonna go 1, and this is 2. Boom.
Okay, you gotta make 1. Is 1 just a line?
1 is, where am I put the 1?
You have to make like a sliver for
Look, here. 1.
No, like this.
It's literally right there.
But like this, it's like separate. Like,
what are you doing? Like, it's more than that? Oh, I thought it was minuscule.
Like,
you're giving a little bit more room. Okay, boom. There it goes. Make my line a little straight because I'm OCD.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not that he's my first, like, I don't know. I just cannot hold that claim. But, like,
we're not going backwards. We're going forwards. We've already explored the first love. We've moved on to special moments. And now we're going to say this is someone that...
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. I don't know how to spell that word.
N-O.
N-O.
S.
Mm-hmm.
T.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Mm-hmm.
A. I mean L.
Thou.
G-I-A.
Boom. Okay, so this is number 3. Nostalgia is a big one.
Right?
Nostalgia got me listening. I just want to you. It's a terrible song, but the nostalgia.
Right?
It's a big one. So where we at, nostalgia? How much on the chart?
Well, let's think about it. What is nostalgia?
Memories. History. Feelings.
Regression.
Ooh. Hurt feelings and good feelings.
The entire thing.
Right? Hurt feelings, good feelings.
Right? Like, God.
Could you reflect on the first time they hurt your feelings? The first time they did. So
and
first,
think about how, like, often I've literally, like, came back and like, Mom, this happened. How do I talk to him about it? What do I do?
Brokenheartedness.
Right.
You care, but he's not the only one. You haven't cared about how sweet lady. Sweet lady,
oh,
would you be my sweet lover?
You're funny. Even Lightning McQueen hasn't gotten this much screen time.
As who? Sweet lady?
As Pink Panther.
Oh yeah, Pink Panther
is.
You're fixate. You are fixated on Pink Panther.
And this is hard because like I don't want to be fixated.
This is why we're working the chart. We healing you right now, girl.
I hope so. I want to.
Hey y'all, we healing her from her obsession with a particular individual. We all know as grown ass women, there was someone who ran us for filth, and she is in love with her filth runner, and we trying to break her free, or we're gonna teach her how to play the game. But part of learning how to play the game is identifying why you're in the game in the first place, and that's what we're doing.
Nostalgia. How?
Nostalgia.
Well, okay, we'll leave that aside, and we'll figure out what's our next thing, because I can't visually...
No, I don't think you need to get to cheat. We could rock it back now, but I'm saying nostalgia's about right there. That's about nostalgia, because look, that's memories, that's,
shoot,
feelings, if that's separate from memories, because it is. Remember, we said if you can remember your past is different than if you could feel your past. So let's see, a lot of firsts. So it's learning.
Yeah.
Your growth. You grew with him. So whatever experiences you may have had, whether they were his first or your first. So, he introduced different things to you. You guys laugh together. So your inside jokes, like there's a lot there.
I feel like also routine can be put on there.
But nostalgia is the past. Right? And you have to determine how long you're going to live in the past.
Ooh. Okay, Lonnie.
I popped my shit.
So what's our next leg?
I thought you said, what'd you say? Right before you said, I think something needs to be on here.
I said routine.
Routine?
But I feel like, would that be
habit?
Nostalgia?
Habit? No, habit is important.
Ooh.
We don't want to form a new habit, especially when it has to do with our body, right?
Exactly.
Did I spell habit right?
Yeah, that's wrong. It's 1B.
Habit.
Habit.
So you have a habit of talking to this person. You have a rapport with him because you have history. So I think maybe history should, we'll just say honorable mention history, because that's what nostalgia is, right?
Right. History, nostalgia.
History. So, out of habit, you can speak how you speak. You don't have to train someone, right? People don't like that language, but it's the truth. You don't have to train someone to respond to you. They know when you're telling a joke. They know when you're like you want to bump up against Angel. 99% of the time, I'm sure you know when that little girl is joking. You're just being an asshole. So you don't want to train someone to you. So you're counting on your history. You don't want to disclose your deepest, darkest secrets to a new person, which we don't have those anymore. Fuck it, I'm human. But we don't want to have to do all that again. Right?
Right.
So the past is important. Or that's a habit. You have to continue to talk to the same person because you don't want to lay that foundation with a new person. It's a lot of work.
I also don't know how to find new people.
Right? Proximity. He's only in your life because of proximity. That is something to pay attention to.
But on top of that, I feel like it's
was proximity. And we know that you definitely were proximity. Help me out here.
College.
ITY. Oh, it's another I? All right. I. We know that you were proximity because now that he's gone away and doesn't have to see you every day, doesn't have to talk to you every day, he doesn't. Matter of fact, he let you know you were proximity because he only really engaged with you when he wanted to or when he didn't want to in classes you had together. Otherwise, you didn't see him, because I remember you telling me, he was avoiding me, yada, yada, yada. So that lets you know you were proximity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How often he's treating you like proximity. And because he's about to come back in town.
So do you think I should just...
I'm just saying, if this is where you want to take it, understand this is what the fuck you're fucking with right now. So this is what you're going to potentially give your body to. Had it.
Oh.
Nostalgia. History.
But we're not able to recreate anything new?
Yes, and I'm teaching you how.
So how does this happen as adults?
No, you don't get to move forward without addressing why the fuck we're still here. I think I may have you now. I think I might have you. Is this making sense to you?
I feel like we need a couple more.
Okay, so where are we putting... But I do want to let you know, he's and you are proximity. We are actively solving why my daughter is caught in a loop with a particular individual. You want to figure out why you still messing with the same person and can't figure out? Stay tuned. All right, so let me see. Out of habit, how much is habit? I think habit is... No? You think habit is less?
Yeah.
All right. What you think?
Yeah.
All right, number 4, out of habit. What else we got? Association?
No.
No. Why else do you still mess with this person?
I don't know.
How he makes you feel?
I don't know.
Does he make you feel good or bad? Most of the time.
What do you mean, like when I'm talking to him, or just in general?
In general, because both are important. But they can be separate as well. So
I feel confused sometimes.
How?
Because like things can be so easy, but it's not.
He makes...
Like it sucks.
You feel... Okay. So you said confused?
Yeah. Like he does make me happy.
Confused.
But like I said, it can all be so easy, but it's not, and that's why it's confusing.
So what are our options? Confused, happy, sad, mad?
I'll be happy.
Okay, so we're going to say confused, happy.
We'll do sad.
Sad, angry. What else? Just the top ones. Like we could go infinite, right? But what are the top emotions you experience with him?
Just really confused, that's all. Like I used to feel like I feel like I used to have more like to talk about, but now that there's nothing really to talk about, it's just confusion why things aren't just, chill.
Okay. So boom.
Like we have the distance already, which is good. I mean, I'm not even tripping on.
But some people let us know, which that is so easy.
It really is.
Hat to the back. Let's call him hat to the back. Hat to the back. Because there's a hat on the counter. Hat. And it's backwards. All right, so his name is Hat to the Back. Hat to the Back has already proven to you just because they're out of town doesn't mean that it has to be sporadic communication. Hat to the Back probably called you 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, kikiing all day long because he got time. So let's not say because we all can choose to show up at whatever capacity we choose to show up at any given time.
Right.
So don't take any excuses. Period. We don't do excuses. No excuses. Hold up.
I feel joy sometimes.
No.
I feel like that's the end of the feelings, though.
Excuses. Joy. Pump it up. In pain. Keep it going. Like sunshine and rain. All right, so now we got to tally this up. Out of 100, what percentage do you feel joy, confused, happy, sad, and angry?
Out of each or all together?
100 divided between all.
35% joy and happiness.
Joy.
20% sad.
Be honest to yourself, because this is how we gonna heal. Joy and happiness.
20% sad. So that's already 30. Oh, dang, I'm saying together, joy and happiness.
Oh, I don't know. I know math. So you just got to give it to me straight. What's half of 35? Half of 34.
It's 18.5.
So we're 18.5ing?
That's horrible.
That's a lot to me.
For each?
I don't think you're being honest, but I'm not in your life.
So you feel like I'm not happy with him?
I'm not in your life, but I understand what happiness is, and you have not experienced it of late. Maybe in your past, you've experienced it with him when you guys were able to have a one-on-one real relationship. But I think maybe you're basing this off of your history, and we need to base it off of your right now. What is this man giving to you?
Well, then we'll do 80% confused and 20% sad.
All right. How he meds?
How he makes you feel.
How he makes you feel. I was like, how? How does he make you feel? Okay, so 80% of the time you are confused and 20% of the time you are sad, Bailey. This is the person that you are chasing. Someone presently. I'm not telling you to scrap him. I'm telling you presently you are chasing someone who makes you feel confused 80% of the time.
What is
and
chasing?
Sad 20%. Okay.
Responding? Like, I'm not understanding.
You want him. Somebody's pursuing someone at any given time in a relationship. A healthy flow is oscillating back and forth. Nobody always wants to be chasing. Somebody wants to get chased, you know. So it's a nice oscillation. That is the healthy flow. But most relationships are in an unhealthy flow where someone is constantly chasing and the other one is being pursued. You are currently the pursuer. Which means whenever he calls, you like Johnny on the spot. Whenever you call, he's not Johnny on the spot. Which means you are the pursuer. He's being pursued.
So, do you think he can grow out of this, or do you think we're just cool?
You can train him out of this, yes. You've trained him into this.
How do I train him out?
What are you receiving from this? Tell me you learned something. You can hit me with the seeds have been planted. Give me something, but don't just sit here and be like, I ain't got nothing. I just ran your whole fucking life back to you. This the charting y'all want. I don't do this for nobody else, though. Maybe for my coaching clients, but whatever it takes to get to your space.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing this individually.
Well, I'm not really seeing... I don't know. I'm not really seeing any true longevity.
Presently. This is present.
Well, there we go. That's my answer.
So, no. That is not your answer because that is not what you want.
But what do you want me to say?
Listen, I need you to understand now I am your mother. I need you to understand that how things are presently, I need you to look at me. How things are presently, you are not going to get the outcome that you want.
Right.
So if you continue to play this the way that you are playing it, you are playing yourself. I need you to eat that into your soul and feel it deep within your spirit and say, my mom is fucking right per usual because she does not open her mouth unless she knows what the fuck she's talking about. Like, my perspective matters.
You are right.
I am. Oh, great Lonnie with your mocky ass. Yes.
Oh, Lonnie the Great.
Oh, Lonnie the Great. Yeah, that's what you call me. Lonnie the Great. You're such an asshole.
Oh, Lonnie the Great. But,
do you receive what I'm saying?
Yes, actually. Because, I mean, it doesn't feel good to be confused. But
do you ask let's dig into confused real quick. Do you ask clarifying questions?
With him?
Yes. Do you try to resolve your confusion?
Sometimes, but in that, he doesn't respond. Like,
so he's not capable.
We'll just be talking. And then when I finally say something that's like, just no response.
So he doesn't know how to handle it. So he doesn't know how to talk to you.
I feel like it's that, or he just doesn't want to. Like, he doesn't want to take it that far.
He doesn't want to take accountability. Not that far.
But
accountability.
I feel like it's not even...
It's in here somewhere, goddammit. Do I gotta draw you a whole new circle?
I'm just having a hard time.
Somewhere in this circle, he does not want to take accountability. Don't discount me just because it's not the primary thing in your circle.
What's accountability?
If you ask him, this is just me speaking, are you having sex with other girls? And he just doesn't answer. I don't know. I'm just saying if this is something he doesn't answer, it's because he doesn't want to admit or take accountability for the fact that he's doing something that he's led you to believe that he's not doing.
Right.
So now he has to admit to you he would rather stay silent and allow you to assume and make him the bad guy in your head instead of actually being the bad guy, because his default or way to chump out is to be like, I didn't tell you I was doing none of that. You just assumed. You assumed correctly, but you don't know because he never admitted. That is the walk it back of accountability.
I don't think the conversations I'm trying to have are that serious. I'll give you an example.
What the hell are you talking about if nothing that serious? Like, I'm
not like, oh,
as a
so
topic.
Are you smashing other females?
No, I'm just saying, but you getting in his head, ain't you? Y'all ain't talking about the weather. How many plays did you get today, buddy?
We don't even
And then the next day, how many plays did you get today, buddy? And then the next day, how many plays did you get the next, buddy? Like, y'all don't even talk. That was me and Dre. Me and Dre never talked. And now I'm sitting in the therapist's office and he's like, are you trying to get him to do something he's never done?
I'm in this space where, like, obviously this fixation needs to be downplayed. Mm-hmm. So I try not to make any efforts towards him. So if we do talk, it's like him texting me. Or like at some point I'll stop responding to him. I feel like sometimes he does the things that I do to him. Like the whole not answering certain things.
I also think that you're giving him a way out. He can't play you better than you. So if what he's doing is believable to you, that means he's doing him. He's not being a knockoff of you. Does that make sense?
Right.
You know when someone's trying to be you. And you know when they're in their authenticity. And if you don't, you need to keep practicing your spirit of discernment. And then, yeah, he may be doing what you do, but I know every time Dre trying to throw me back at me. And sometimes I eat it, and sometimes I'm like, you're just a bad knockoff version of me. You know.
But I'm in the digital world now. Like, I'm not face-to-face.
You think energy stops just because it's digital?
I feel
we
like
literally
it's
were reading energy.
sense.
Maybe this is why we were reading energy. Don't play yourself. Because you keep in step with me.
But then that means he is mirroring me. Because why would I say that if I'm not thinking it?
Yeah, in your circle, there is a small percentage of where, or 50-50, right? Sometimes he is. Mirroring is inauthenticity. You do understand that, correct? If I walk in a room and I see how everybody in the room is moving and I start moving like everyone in the room, I am now mirroring, which means I am not moving in my authenticity. So if someone is mirroring you, they are not moving in their authenticity unless their desire is to become one with you. And now that's a soul connection.
Which this is different because he's not using the power for the right reason.
He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know how to use it.
But I feel like he does know.
He doesn't know
I really want to ask him.
How does he have a me? If he has an access to a me, then yes, he knows how to use his power. But if he does not have an access to a me,
I really want to just hang out for a day and like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and just talk to him. Don't allow your body to interrupt what you have potential to have with this person. This is so distracting. This is so simple. This is basic. Everybody has a fucking hole. There's actually a hole in a hole. You ain't even got to have a body attached to it. Like, that's how accessible a hole is. Do not think you are special because you have a hole. Do you understand? There are broads out there who know how to pop, lock, and drop it inside of their vagina. There are broads who know how to can take it all the way down to the and swallow it and then spit it back up. You're not in the leagues that you can be in. So stop thinking that your pussy's gonna win this competition because it's not.
I'm not.
You You swallowing dicks? You can swallow it?
No,
yeah. How did you
stop.
gain this skill?
Stop. I haven't
I'm
said
so
that.
intrigued.
I haven't said
See,
anything.
you can walk it back. Do you see how you slipped out of accountability? You walked me up and then you're like,
I've never done that.
I'm just letting you know. Do you see how you just escaped accountability?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's why I feel like it's a mirror thing. Because like once someone else does it to you, like I feel like in the digital world, like I'll just leave somebody on red. Now I'm gonna leave them on red next time. Like I just feel like it's tit for tat.
But do you understand that sometimes you just forget to respond?
Yeah.
And so now, since they are mirroring you, let's eat this. Let's go. Let me go. If you understand that sometimes you authentically forget to text somebody back, move in that. If someone is marrying you, right? Move in that energy more often. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, I just forgot.
Yeah, and now, I just forgot.
No,
because
I really hate
if
that.
you can admit on the negative side, this is, you said people accept negativity. If you can sit on the negative side, someone is mirroring me. I leave them on red, they leave me on red. How come they can't mirror you on the positive?
Because they don't know how.
I forgot. Do you understand? You're teaching people. I only fuck with people that fuck with me the way that I want to be fucked with.
But I'm telling you, like,
you're dealing with people who don't fuck with you the way that you want to get fucked with. Whose fault is that?
But I'm not even talking like that. I'm saying overall, like my behaviors. This isn't a Enlightened Bailey situation. This is a over the time frame of me going through all these changes. So as me not being the person that I am today.
So what perspective are we having this conversation from?
I mean, we're here today. We're having it from a perspective that I'm trying to get him over here and figure some things out for the future.
Are you going to allow me to talk to him?
We could, but that's why I'm trying to... One, you have your thing that day. So we gotta kind of figure that out in the timing.
Yeah, I probably won't see him then.
No, you might, because...
He could come to my event.
What is it?
My vision board event.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On the 18th?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Y'all could manifest together.
Because I don't want it... That's... Boom. So let me tell you. This is what he didn't respond to. I'm going to open up my phone. And... I mean, listen to this. Wait, give me a moment. Hat to the back. He says, good afternoon. Basically, I'm low-key trying to...
Mm-hmm.
Hat to the back asked me 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I told him no. We hung out yesterday. But...
I just created a whole new narrative. I can't even be present for the hat to the back situation because of the piece of information you gave me. Like, every story that I've told myself up until this point is now... You know how in those Avenger movies when they like...
Yeah, everybody just like, recalibrates.
That is what is happening in my head right now. Every story that I've told myself where I'm just like, yeah, okay. And now that you've given me that little piece of information, I'm just like, I don't even want to hear nothing else about this.
It's the fact that I don't want to discredit someone's quality. So I was just hanging out. But then...
Oh, it's he's the first one to get you?
Because I was getting...
That'll drop your stock. You can't drop your stock. You've already plummeted your own stock. And now you're rebranding. We're in a rebranding season. If you choose to with the same people you've been around, it's hard to get a new circle, but you can craft your circle.
But the thing is like, I can either find more of the same, because I got a couple like dudes that really will go for it, and they're high quality.
Okay, so boom. Let me boom you real quick, because we're looking for soulmates, or we're seeking, or we're aligning with soulmates. I don't know if your soulmate is in your realm. It could just be a step up. So we don't want to be, this is the one. Everyone is in training. And that's why I got on this live, because I wanted to tell y'all, first of all, stop locking yourself into relationships because you put so much time and energy into that relationship. You can't walk away. And if you appreciate what I'm saying, double tap the screen, let me know you're out there, and share the live with your community so we can grow. Anyway, you need to stop looking at me. You need to look at this as the community D that he is. He's going to get thrown back out into the pool, and this is humanity, but I'm talking female, male right now. He's going to get thrown back out into the pool, But what you put into him, you grew him for the next woman. This fish is not your fish, and you know it's not your fish, but you're sitting there and you would rather struggle with this damn fish than let it go and let somebody get all the work that you put into this fish. But you have to understand, these mamas are letting their sons grow into men who are ill-equipped to be husbands and to be fathers. So that means when you have that fish, you got to put so much energy into that fish, whether it's yours or not. Half the time you with the motherfucking fish, you know you don't like this nigga, but at least he da-da-da-da-da, which is terrible, but you feed into that fish what you are equipped to feed the fish. Some rare people can feed everything. Some rare people can translate everybody. But that's not everybody. You just speak your own language, which is why you tap into me. And sometimes you understand what I'm talking about, and sometimes you don't. I've gone through so many different variations of saying the same shit, but it's completely different because I'm speaking to different people. But you tap in where you tap in, and you feed that fucking fish, and you let that bitch go until you find your goddamn barracuda. And when you get your person, it is the most beautiful thing in the world. Y'all don't understand because y'all ain't maybe found your person, but those people out there who have found your person, you can attest. Like, you gonna go through everything with that person. And you talk that divorce stuff because that's what we're supposed to talk about. But ain't nothing better than what you got. At the worst that it is with my husband, ain't nothing better than what I got. That is still my best friend. You ain't ever had it, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm just listening.
I'm saying.
I need to get back to the thing.
We're back on you. Boom. I gave my piece.
You sure?
I'm done.
Okay, so basically, Hat to the Back had said good afternoon, and he forgot to text me when he got home last night. And then he texted me maybe an hour and a half after he got home. And I said, I responded to it, but I'm low-key trying to, and I forgot the ice cream at his house because he told me I could have the entire thing. But
you want to know how I sat up to Lefty, in front of Lefty, and I said, that's not enough money, I need some more. You want to know how I did that? I practiced that on Hat to the Backs.
Yeah, so what do I do?
I left my ice cream, and I'm trying to come over. Use him.
I had a bad attitude yesterday.
And he's still here.
You're right.
That means you can push him.
Do I say good afternoon, or do I say I left the ice cream yesterday?
Say, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I left my ice cream and blah, 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 blah. Can you bring it over? You could be nice or you could be a B. You could play it either way. Find your middle.
Hey.
I'm teaching the child the game, yo.
Then what do I say? I forgot the ice cream.
Say, I left my ice cream. You're taking ownership. And I'm trying to...
Because I now that I have money, I could throw some dollars at him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his whole thing. If we're friends, I need to pay for everything. But, one time he had taken me home and he got me, Chipotle and stuff. I was expecting to pay for it myself, but he bought it. But, when he went...
What's your expectation? Because he doesn't determine what friendship looks like. Right. You get a say in this as well. So, to him, a friend pays for everything. To you, a friend does what?
Well, no, I'm saying that he's not paying for everything. Oh, you're saying separate pays everything, or you're saying that as a friend they pay?
I'm saying he told you if we're friends, a friend pays for everything. That came out of his mouth?
No, his behaviors. When he be feeling kind of romantic, he be buying me stuff. Mm-hmm. But when he feels we're on friend terms, I told him, he kept calling me dude yesterday. He kept calling me dude after I said I wanted to be friends and stuff. And then, my card, because the whole Wi-Fi thing, I have my card locked, so I go to pay. Mm. It was locked. Unlock it. It's not unlocking. Mm-hmm. And then it's change your turn off your Wi-Fi. So I turn on my Wi-Fi and try to tap my phone again. It's not tapping anymore, but it just tapped because it just said it declined. Mm-hmm. So now my phone's not working. He's like, oh, do you just want to cash out me the money? And I'm like, sure. And so, as I already know my total, how much my food costs, we're leaving. He looks at the little thing that tells you the price. It's like, oh, don't forget, it's $18.73. And it's like, it's literally in the same 20 seconds. And I just don't like when people do, like, extra things. Like, it just seemed like he was like, oh, run me my money, like, in a nice way. So I'm thinking, like,
if you guys were truly friends, this is also why I got on here. Because you guys are filtering each other through a boyfriend-girlfriend lens while trying to be friends, which is causing friction. Because if your friend says something like that to you, one, you take it under a more playful energy, and it will be delivered under a more playful energy because they would be comfortable, right? Your friends can say random stuff to you, like, I think you're so stupid. A person off the street can't walk up to you like, oh, you're so stupid, and you be like, what? You like, what the fuck, you know? So y'all aren't moving under friend energy, and because of that, he's trying to figure out, how do I let this girl know I'm not paying for this? So he tries to throw a joke, which if y'all were friends, it would have landed. But you're not friends. You're filtering through boyfriend-girlfriend energy, and so you're like annoyed by it, you know? But if you were friends, you would probably say, you know I'm paying for my food, or you would let it be known, you would clear that misunderstanding up so it wouldn't happen in the future. Things keep happening in the future because we never clear it up.
So I'll talk to him today, but I left my ice cream, and with the knowledge of me...
Too many words.
No, I'm talking to you with the knowledge of me. I'm telling you.
Okay. Because what I'm saying is, the game has changed. Like, I came in... Lord, forgive me. This is an area I need help, clearly. I acknowledge it. So whenever you're ready to kick in the lesson, this might be the beginning. But ever since you gave me that piece of information, the entire game plan changed to Team Pink Panther. Not Team... No.
She likes Pink Panther.
I do not like Pink Panther.
You're going to have to get the
But if Pink Panther is capable of evolution, we can reach in and get him.
Okay, let's
But
get
if he
Pink
cannot
Panther.
be gotten, you have to agree to leave him where he lay. You can't save him.
Right, I can't go into the lion's den and expect not to get eaten.
You can't raise a man. But if he's raisable,
we gonna see, because I told him I see this as a lifetime. This isn't some... That's what I said when we were at our breaking point. Our break number, whatever number.
how'd you finagle me into advice? I'm sick of you.
I finagled...
I don't like you.
And you said you're Team Pink Panther. Like,
I'm upset.
You're doing too...
I done solved your fucking life. You don't deserve me.
I'm sorry.
You don't deserve the access to me you get.
Okay, I'm gonna work on it.
You don't. You get access to me, and all I ask in advance is for me to tell you things that I may have missed. Hey, I don't know if I missed this, but if I did, don't snap at me. Especially when you need this from me.
Okay, I'm working on it.
So...
And that's literally how I was at the golf course. Like, I was just like... Oh, so at first I was barely talking, because I remember the last time I was talking to him, he's like, oh, we can't talk while you're playing golf. And I was like, oh.
I see people kikiing on the green all the time.
Like,
is that just TV?
But, like, as you're hitting the ball and stuff, you need to focus. So...
He needs to focus. I see motherfuckers up there doing...
Right, and then...
Focused as fuck.
And then he's asking me, like, oh, why aren't you talking? Like...
my butt hurts.
Ain't nothing to talk about. What do you want to talk about? I hate when they're like, oh, what's to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Why are you asking if I'm not talking? Give me something to talk to you about. Like, it's aggravating.
Okay, so you're moving in the right energy to perfect your bitch, because she's important. We can't deny our bitch. She deserves a place too.
She's in there.
She deserves a place. Like I told Angel, you think I like letting you decide when you go on punishment? I don't. But everybody deserves their space. And you oscillate between the two.
Yeah, we gotta figure out this text message though. So in this meantime. So I left my ice cream Do I mention that I could throw dollars at it or no?
And I'm trying to, and I know how you like to split the bill. So I got something on it. Call him on his shit.
Right? I left my ice cream and...
I'm trying to. I know how you like to split the bill. So I got something on it. And usually, from what I've learned with dealing with the man, they'll back down.
And getting upset. Like, oh, what do you mean I like to split the bill?
Because, yeah, they feel like you're pulling their card. And they'll back down. But a bitch ass nigga, like, yeah, it'll be $13.95. A nickel and dimey ass nigga, because ultimately, how do you want your husband to handle finances? Because he's showing you how he's going to handle finances. And any man that says once we get married, we're going to switch to a new regimen, but they haven't showed the capability of actually stopping a system and immediately installing a new system. I'm just now learning how to do it, so I know people aren't doing it. Then they're going to
ice cream
not become that person.
I'm trying.
Whatever.
I know
We solve
how
the
you
boy
like to split
problems.
the bills, so I got money on it. If you're down, should I say that?
I got money on it.
That's it.
Not if you're down.
I left my ice cream and I'm trying. I know how you like to split the bills, so I got money on it.
Period.
That's it.
Yep, we're practicing your bitch. She must get strength. You've been in your bitch. I mean, your B. Sorry, you've been in your B energy. Your divine feminine. But, she's been mismanaged.
Definitely.
She's been allowed to run astray.
I hate when people use the excuse that they didn't have a dad or they didn't have anybody to show them better. I just feel like just accept the fact that you don't know.
I think a person can raise a whole person. Especially with men being away, like, historically.
And not to mention, men aren't even...
Especially
men aren't even good, like...
hunter-gatherer societies. Where were the men while the women were doing what? Who
y'all
were raising the kids if the
war.
women weren't raising the kids? Exactly.
That's
Like,
funny.
it's stupid that we believe that.
They make us believe that because you finally have the choice to leave your family, that you're the reason. Like you just because you choose instead of
it's in the
going
bathroom.
because you have to go.
Oh, so they have to justify choosing something that they had to do in the past, so they got to hide the choice behind the have to. I don't have to. I actually I get it out because I have to, so I don't ever have to admit that I chose to leave my family. That's brilliant.
That or the fact that these days men are literally just choosing not to be there, and back then they had a reason to be gone.
They hid behind it. Now they don't have anything to hide behind. They have to admit that they don't want to be there for their family.
Right.
And it's too commonplace to just
and I hate
admit.
how simple people are, because I would rather people be like, nah, I don't want your baby. I don't want to take care of you guys.
But women have always raised children. The problem is that they created the space of financial distress. The bitterness goes away when the money comes. Trust me, I know. Once the female stabilizes herself,
And that's why,
she stops fixating on him and all these different things, because a part of her is like, I still need him. I wouldn't be struggling with this child that he is half of if I didn't have this fucking kid. So give me some financial support. But if she finds financial support somewhere else, all that bitterness goes away. Fuck you, nigga. And your new bitch. But she wants to make him as miserable as she is instead of channeling that energy and finding a solution. Like, solution-oriented people are much more happy people. People who want to live in a problem are miserable. And those are baby mamas and baby daddies.
right.
Because when I stopped being a baby mama, I left your daddy alone. And I only became a baby mama because financials went bad. And I had to, acknowledge something that I didn't acknowledge before, is he only showed up because he chose. And it didn't matter before because I was making great money. And then when the money stopped, I was just like, okay, well, the money that I was using to pay for you to go to private school, I actually got use to live on, and now things just continue to So now it's like, I'm about to fuck with your daddy. I became a baby mama. And then when my life stabilized, or actually, I matured past fucking with your daddy. I grew out of the space without finances improving. But once finances improving, shit, I let the child support get dropped to $0 because of the circumstances. And like, you're like, well, reinstate child support. I was like, girl, you ain't gonna get nothing from that man. You know, because I moved out of that space.
Could sure use that $49.
I've been using that shit out of that $49 a month. I'm not giving you that money. Those days are over. That's my $49. See, I should have never set that tone of your money is your money. I should have always stole your birthday money. Then it wouldn't be nothing for me to steal it now. I should have never gave you your child support money. Now I gotta fight you for $49 a month. I'm so ready for life to improve.
It's going to.
It is. I'm excited.
Okay.
Back to you.
Back on topic.
Thank you for allowing me to go off topic.
No, you're fine. I mean, it is me oriented. But so for example, I was talking to him because basically on his story like 2 days ago, he had posted,
hat to the back.
No.
Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what Snapchat looks like. And these little circles are stories.
Okay.
So if someone posts something, you see how you can kind of like see the post?
Uh-huh.
Well, I can see the post. And if there's multiple posts, you can only see the oldest one. Or you can only see the freshest one.
Uh-huh.
The most recent.
Uh-huh. And stories expire in 24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anywho, I haven't been watching his stuff because, you know, the placement I'm in.
Placement you're in?
Yeah. Just like the space that I'm in where I'm not trying to...
Energetically? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm with
not
you.
trying to like be on that flow of girl stuff. So anywho, so he posts on his story,
I want you to read what I read at the exact
His
same
story.
time you said his story. He posted on his story and I looked down and it says his story.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Go off.
So he posted on his story that he's gonna be here for the 11th, but I didn't open it, but I saw it from that little circle.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it alone.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look at it. Just left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
But then, cause the other day I was doing yoga with Michael.
Tell him to go to the doctor.
Ooh.
No. He's coming back from his first year of college. Tell him to go to a doctor and get checked for everything.
I'm gonna call him and do it.
Yeah. Go off.
Keep it, you know.
Tell him just like that. Like, you are coming back from your first year in college. Please go to the doctor. For love of self, please go to the doctor and get everything checked. And don't say nothing else after that. And that seed will be enough that was planted in his brain to carry his ass to a doctor. Because it's going to eat at him. Because you're like, for the love of self. Remember when I said I explain everything from every angle? Everybody thinks I'm long-winded. No, I have to hit you from every single fucking angle. So no matter how you try to discount me, you're like, well, but no. So I got to box you in order for someone to change their perspective, they have to be boxed in. And they can't find a way out. It has to make sense if there's no way out. Does that make sense?
Said, yeah, I'm cleaning the crib right now, but when I'm free, yeah.
Okay, boom. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
love
box
it so.
you in. And I will tell you how to play every single one of these situations.
And that's really why I just need to
Because
tell you
I'm able
everything.
to, I know, because, no, this is why you need to allow me to train your brain. And if you allow me to train your brain, which is a connectivity between brain and higher self, then, which I do, coaching, $222, I could teach you how to see things from every fucking angle. Do you believe, since we have been in training, and you can decide when training began, it's from birth, but for real training, intentional training, do you think that you have elevated your way of thinking since we've started training together?
No, I kind of feel the same. Not gonna lie. I feel like I'm just more vocal with the things I'm thinking.
Okay, so not to discount your prior knowledge, because I feel that that response is saying I've been this person, which you have. I can't develop that which is not there, correct? It has to be present. So do you feel what already existed has been developed since we've been in training?
What's your time frame of training? Because I know you said any, like, whatever you want to put on it, but I really feel like I'm just more vocal about the things I'm thinking about.
You literally asked me how to send a text just now.
But I always do that.
So you've always been in training, but there was a period in your life where you did not run your text by me, or you would ask me what to text and you would still text what you want. You literally text verbatim now. You literally allow me to type your text and you press send. Before you were like, no, that doesn't sound like me. So either you sound like me now or I sound like you now, to where you are comfortable with me speaking for you. You don't see any growth there. Don't discount this relationship just because I'm your mother.
I will say it is growth. I'm just not gonna see it from your point of view. I feel like you have an idea in your head.
Yes, and I'm trying to lead you to it because my perspective counts. Right?
Yeah, of course, Mom.
What others are thankful for, you take for granted.
That's literally what I was telling you earlier.
What were you saying earlier?
I was saying I don't think I really value people, and you said, what does value mean?
Yeah, so we never got to a definition, so you don't value me. You don't value me. I think you do value me. I think you do value me.
I do what people say to do, but I don't.
Do you value me? Have I lied to myself?
Of course I value you. I literally tell you every day.
I don't know. What does value mean to you? Because now I'm fucked up.
What does value mean to you?
No, what the hell does it mean to you?
Showing up for somebody whenever they need you, no matter what.
I guess I can't be offended.
Why?
Because value means to me someone who I can use. And because I know that, yeah, and that's the truth. And so I have no room, at least yours has feeling to it. I have no room. If I have no use for you, I have no value for you. And that's what me and the community member went back and forth about. I'm happy that she's still a community member because we had a disagreement, but we're still here, right? Just because we have a disagreement doesn't mean now I can't mess with you. Do you know how many enemies you create in your life? As soon as you bump up against somebody, I can't fuck with you no more. Instead of somehow saying, they're right, I'm right, move on. There's so much more shit in life that's gonna happen that who matters? What matters? Who matters? Nobody matters. Everybody matters. Shit. Forgot I was talking about.
You okay?
What?
The value of people.
Value. Yeah. So yeah, she said it's. She's like, you shouldn't use people. Da 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 da. I was like, if people don't have a use, what are their use?
What are they around for?
What are you here for if I don't have a reason to talk to you? If I don't have a reason to love on you? If I don't need to have sex? Like, if I don't need a body to lay next to? If I don't have some sort of want or need from you, why are you here? Just to be here, to occupy space? That's stupid to me. If we stopped allowing people to occupy our space simply for the need to have people occupy our space, that's how our circle starts getting smaller. You stop letting motherfuckers just occupy your space. You start having standards for the people you allow to occupy your space, and your circle gets smaller. But your aura gets bigger. So as your requirements for self get smaller, your energetic field gets bigger, and that's how you start attracting in those one-offs. And those one-offs, you know what I'm saying? And those one-offs you attract in, because it's an energetic vibration attraction, it's also an energetic vibrational detraction, whatever the hell that is called. I brought you in for whatever I brought you in for. I'm casting you out because I no longer energetically need you. And you shrink and you grow and you shrink and you grow. That's how our circles get smaller, and that's how we attract our tribe. Boom. The brilliance. You can't say that now you have that fucking to put in your hat and go forward, and you want to say you are not growing from me? Man.
I didn't say that. I just
You
said
better
that
clear
I
it
feel
up.
like I'm able to articulate myself better.
Who helped you? Just in some fucking form, acknowledge that your tutelage under me.
I just said you know everything.
No, this is the words of affirmation is my love language. That's why I asked Carby. I was like, Carby, you got to give me my flowers. Did some part of this growth come from your association from me?
Yes, my growth came from the association of you.
At some level, yes, you had to do the work. I can't grow you, but you have to be willing. A certain, beach bum, that's going to be her nickname. You know who I'm talking about?
Keep going.
A certain beach bum says they're ready,
I know beach bum.
but won't pull up.
Right. That's hilarious.
Like, if you fucking ready, let's go.
You're so funny.
You got access to
That's
this.
a good one.
Y'all got access to this and y'all playing. And it's like baffling to me because a point in time is going to come where I am your mom, but you will only have access to me on a professional perspective, right? Because you'll be my assistant. And then your career is going to take off. And we're literally going to have our agendas out, trying to figure out when we can schedule a time to hang out.
Exactly.
So I need you to take full advantage of this. Everyone, take full advantage of this. Because where we're headed, y'all aren't going to have day-to-day access to me. And I'm taking full advantage of it, right? I love, sitting here hanging out and making up songs and shit. Like, that video's hilarious to me. Wow, 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 wow.
He's like, wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow, wow, wow, wow. And Caden, trying to make his... But then when he starts his break dance, he starts hitting the beat. Remember, I've been teaching him how to hit the beat. So I don't know if he's intentionally hitting the beat or he just happens to hit the beat. And then Michael with his beatbox being on beat. I was like, this is a vibe. Like, this is what I live for. So to have these moments as frequently as possible, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. And I don't want to live in regret. Like, we think regret's only going to be from the child up. But unfortunately, sometimes the parents outlive the children. And so now the parents are living in regret. Thanks for the love, y'all. Sometimes the parents are left to be burdened with the I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Look, even if your child is still alive, you still coulda, woulda, shoulda. Does that make sense? Like, I coulda, woulda, shoulda went and picked my kids up instead of letting them walk home by themselves. I coulda, woulda, shoulda, brought lunch up to them for their birthday. I coulda, woulda, shoulda. All these different opportunities we have to show up for our children, and we choose not to. For whatever reason. My favorite one is my parents didn't do it for me. So that should be the exact reason why you do it for your children. Because you are a grown-ass human who uses the fact that your fucking parents who stopped being your parents more years that you have been alive, you've been on the other side of your parents being your parents, then your parents were your parents, but you're still governing your life based off of the version of you that you left more times than you've been on this earth. Y'all gotta pay attention to that. We sit here, our childhood is holding us back. Our childhood is holding us back. You are choosing to allow your childhood to hold you back. It is a choice. Release it. The shit happened, or it didn't happen, or you had an idea and you didn't develop the idea until you came into contact with other people, which gave you an idea that you can have an idea. Oh, this is how other motherfuckers are living? Well, now I got a problem with you. But what if your parents don't know how to live like those other people are living? But they know how to live how they've been living. And god dang it, I got a kid now. So now I got to figure out how to live how I've been living with this child. Can we give them some grace? Because they trying to figure it out, especially when we're in this race to be the perfect. There is this young lady, I'm assuming, I don't know how old this person is. They posted anonymously, and I really don't research people. I just speak as Spirit tells me to speak. People like, you don't know me. I don't, but Spirit does. And if I open my mouth, Spirit told me to say this shit, because, bitch, I don't know you. Why am I talking to you? Do you know who I am? Because I know who I am. This ain't me pumping me up. I know who the fuck I am. So if I stop and talk to you, whether I'm delivering a message the warm and fuzzy way, because I be trying to finesse y'all. I got to finesse y'all. I got to say it just right for y'all to receive a message. I work fucking hard, and it hurts my feelings when I bump up against a sensitive one and she's like, you don't know me. I don't know, but I'm saying this really personal shit to you. Why? Do you think that I'm the type of person just to walk up to people and be like, you know? Or do you think if you asked a question on a public forum, I'm not the type of person like Spirit told me to tell you. I'm not that way. I mind my fucking business. But what I do is if you post on a public forum, I need help. And my help is not everybody else's help. Everybody else can tell you how we handle this shit in the world, because there's a million different ways to handle stuff in the world, right? You handle things in your world the way that you handle things, we all handle, we handle shit differently in our worlds. So they can give you that advice.
Oh, imagine.
But what I can do, being the only black cheerleader?
No, just all those people looking at her. That's Remy.
Oh, that's Remy? Oh, that's cool.
And she's at U of A.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. No, all those people.
Okay, now that's perspective. She is so gorgeous.
Yeah, she looks like her mom.
I know. Well, Yvette is gorgeous. She is always beautiful. Is that her mom? That's not her mom.
No, that's just her.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. She looks like her daddy.
She does.
She's the best of both of them.
Yeah.
She has his chubby face.
And his, like, yeah, definitely useful.
Mm-hmm.
He gives me, like, Buddha type.
Yeah, he does. But, like, when he would lose weight, he'd be sexy. But when he gained weight, I was like, this old jolly-looking ass nigga. I could never take him seriously whenever he gained weight.
That's so funny.
Right? You only cute on at a certain weight.
He was bulking.
Yeah, I don't care what he call it. This nigga he would even get the little shiny nose. But I was still like, if he would love me and my child. He didn't even like black women. He made it so painfully obvious that he didn't even like black women, and I somehow convinced myself that I was going to be the one to change him.
You're funny.
Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about.
We were talking about,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go ahead.
Y'all know this old bladder. I just finished my UTI medication. Gotta stop holding my bladder. Watch the ceiling for a second. I'm just going to the bathroom, Alfalfa. You ain't gotta be the guard dog. Talk to the people, baby.
I don't have much to talk about right now. Yeah.
Have you ever felt puzzled about the amount of toilet paper you use when you're wiping yourself?
Why you ask?
Because whenever I go to get toilet paper, I'm very conscious of the amount of toilet paper I use because I don't want to overuse the toilet paper, you know? Conservation. Because it just stuck with me. There was this episode of Oprah when I was growing up, and I believe it was Sheryl Crow who was on it, and she made a joke where she said she only uses 1 square of toilet paper, and like the world went crazy. She was probably the first white people do crazy shit person. And that just stuck with me. She was like, I told the joke because we overuse toilet paper, the amount of trees being killed, yada, yada, yada. I care about the trees. So every time I go to wipe, I'm very conscious of the amount of toilet paper I use. I don't know. It's a feeling. And sometimes I overpull and I feel it. And I'm like, I grabbed too much toilet paper. But it's like one square. So it's like it doesn't make sense. It's just like when I go to get dinner because y'all leave me scraps. It's like, if I get enough for me, then it leaves like this much. And it's just like, why would I leave this much? That's rude. So I ended up taking that, and now I have too much food. So it's just like,
just leave it.
If I just rip that 1 square and put it back, like.
I be having that issue too. Like earlier, I took a piece of cage waffle, and I had a bite left. It was like, I did not need to be eating this. Like, I was about to eat it again, but you know how like thick and like just the way it goes down. I know I'm not gonna be able to do it again.
Have they changed the formula to bread?
I thought they did.
It's more chewy, and it goes down different.
Yeah.
And it's different breads, right? I used to enjoy bread, and now it almost doesn't taste like bread anymore.
No, it tastes like sugar. Like,
yeah, it's terrible.
I feel like bread is more of like a treat instead of
what it used to be.
Yeah, bread would just be like an addition.
So, when we get this land, my initial vision was for it just to be the family. But that's selfish, especially with God blessing us with the network that God is blessing us with. And I feel God is blessing us with really good people. Useful people, right? What is useful? Motherfuckers we can use. And in that, they could use us. I want to do the other part because people are like, they want to use. Yes, you could use me equally. Let's equally use each other. Isn't that what PK said? He was like, I know the game. If we using people, let's equally use each other. Amen. Shit. Anyway. Herbivore.
Keep going.
Is that a good? Okay, so has a place there.
Herbivore being who I think it is?
Yeah. They can grow some shit.
Herbivore.
But herbivore gotta teach us how to grow some shit.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange for your family is taken care of. You could be as whimsical as you fucking want to be. Just teach us how to grow some shit because the time is here where we need to know how to grow some shit. And damn it, you grow by the moon cycle. You always gonna be able to grow something as long as we got a water source. And we'll find someone useful who knows how to get around the fucking water source issue, who knows how to purify water, who knows how to... There is someone within our network who has all of the skills that we need to sustain a community.
Not to mention our jobs teach us these things on a surface level. Like, I remember when I would be at the gym, and they're like, oh, okay, just go test the pH. Like, learning the pH of things is a very important thing, but we take these jobs for granted.
Yeah, we don't take the skill with us. Dre said that today about me because the therapist was like, teach her a new skill. And he was like, she doesn't retain knowledge. And I was like, I don't. Like, if I'm not going to use it, it goes boop, right to the back, storage unit, until I need to, like... I've been running that Fergalicious choreography through my head. I done picked a few steps, and I was like, if I keep running it over and over and in my head, it was so beautiful because Michael did a memory recall last night. I think it was a lyric. And Dre said something, and Michael was like, isn't it? And he started trying to rush himself, and I was like, no, slow down. Give yourself time to think. Run it through. Make some associations. And he came out and he said, isn't it blah, blah, blah? And Jay was like, yeah, it is. I was like, yay, let's go memory recall. Yes, I love it. I love it for us. And nobody was like, the peace we're having right now, this is all growth. This is all pulling the family up by its bootstraps. This is me deciding, right? Our family has always only gone as far as I've allowed or decided this family to go, right? Mm-hmm. And so even though you've been like, mom, you knew, but the movement didn't start until I decided to start moving it. So you were planting seeds, but they didn't take root until, when they took root last year. But we can agree that the growth we see is because I've allowed it and I've created it, So can you agree that the fucking growth you're experiencing has just this much to do with your association with me?
Right.
Fuck.
Just by proximity.
Proximity. Like, yo, do you understand? Y'all are interested in the Bible. You were interested before, but the actual pursuit. You ain't ever went to church with nobody, even though I say, go ahead. But the actual pursuit for relationship with God, some of that comes from my exposing you to my pursuit to relationship with God, right? Because if I would have took you to church, you probably would have eventually became a churchgoer. If I would have took you to mass, you would have eventually became a mass goer. If I would have took you to the temple, you would have eventually became a temple goer, But I didn't show you anything because there was really nothing. I didn't know how to have a relationship with God. God was just somebody I beat up on and blamed for all my problems. And so I didn't know how to teach you relationship with God, and then now I'm in a space of relationship with God, and so now in the development of that, you're able to witness it. And in that expands your curiosity, whatever that looks like, right? It doesn't have to look like my curiosity. And you only know my curiosity from today. You don't know that I was atheist, probably. You don't know that I studied Islam, and when I say study, I went and got Islam for Dummies. I didn't immerse myself in the culture. Buddhism, all these different holy books I picked up, and I was just like, this doesn't make any sense to me, but the Bible makes sense to me. So yes, I don't identify as any particular group, but if I am to truly know, the only way we do know outside of disconnectivity, the only way that we do know to get to God is through secondhand knowledge. What is the closest piece that I'm aware of? I can't speak of other people's awareness. That's why we share in a non-judgmental space. But what I'm aware of, the closest piece that there is to access God is the Bible. So I'm going to pick that book up and I'm going to read it from the perspective of knowing I craft God. This is my relationship. So now I can read this not from trying to create God into who they're telling me God is, but now I can filter God through this is who God is to me, because it's a personal relationship no matter what they try to tell you. So now I'm like, you want me to buy you a Bible? You want me to buy you a Bible? That's something I could follow through on. You want me to buy you a Bible? Like, we really can have Bible study as a family. I'm just hating the idea that I have to start over. I really don't want to start the Bible over. It was a tough road to get to where I'm at, and I don't want to do it again. That's the only reason why I've been dragging my feet. It's so good now.
Yeah.
But it was a fight to get here, because I didn't skip nothing. And it parallels I can't wait to get to Jesus. Before I didn't want to get to Jesus, I was just like, I know how I am, and I know when I immerse into something, I become a part of it. Because I can relate to everything. So now this person's story makes sense. From the outside, like, how did that even happen? Trying to wait for a break in the noise. You said
I'm just turning it
non-stop.
down. It's fine.
Oh, you have the capability? Oh, okay. But you see how it's just non-stop noise? There's no break. That's on purpose. Anyway, what was I talking about? I was interested in it. God. Yeah, I wanted my children to craft God for themselves. Because God was crafted for me, and it hurt me. It really hurt me. To where I was just like, fucking, I'm atheist. I don't believe in nobody. And then I slowly found my way back through, because I like the discipline. That's what most people seek. They want to be told what to do. Everything. You guys don't think it, but you're trained to want to be told what to do. And so when it comes to relationship with God, it's easier to seek someone to tell you what that looks like. Even though in the same breath you'll argue the relationship is personal. How can it be personal and told at the same time? That's a fucking oxymoron, and it doesn't make sense. But we refuse to listen to logic when it comes to certain things. They are programmed to deny logic. Logic is what makes sense of the world. Logic is what takes that emotion out of it that we all act from. We act from emotion. That piece that we act from, logic's like, shut the fuck up. You don't even make no goddamn sense. Now let's stop and think. But they've trained us not even to move in logical brain. Now when it comes to very important things, they train us to be inflexible. It pisses me off to see don't be your child's friend. I just watched on the Jennifer Hudson show. I want to be on the Jennifer Hudson show. Y'all go on and write Jennifer Hudson and tell her to let me on the show. I'm a worthy guest. Everybody wants to be the first, but nobody wants to be the first. Hey, LaDonna. Everybody want to be the first, but don't nobody want to be the first, which means somebody's got to introduce Lonnie Appleton to the world. Those of us, when I finally hit, there's going to be some of us like LaDonna who can say, man, I've been sharing her videos. I've been watching her videos. But wouldn't it be better to be the person that, man, I remember hearing from LaDonna about her. I remember hearing from LaDonna about her, right? It can either start with you or stop with you. You choose when you want to enter the Lonnie Appleton history, because the Lonnie Appleton history is happening and you are a part of that history. You just decide how big you are a part of that history, right? Because when I tell the story, I remember when Queen Mother used to be on my lives when I used to go live with Amber. I remember when we met. I don't know when you met me, but I remember when I met you. So you are a part of my history. And there's times when I will tell my story when it loops back to some of the people that I've met on TikTok and along this journey, like Queen Mother, Miss LaDonna from TikTok. So you're a part of my history. You have to decide what part of I am of your history. Make me a big part, sis. Shit. Don't keep me a secret. Everybody deserves to know about me.
Okay, are we able to do the other half of your analysis? Because we're supposed to...
Why do you keep letting me go off?
Right? Like...
Stop letting me go on tangents. Let's get to the point.
Bro, the thing is, I didn't even say one word the entire time. I was like...
Because I go off on tangents.
Oh, okay.
That is a Lonnie roller coaster. You're getting to ride it. It should be a magnificent experience. It's gonna be. If you don't take it for granted, you get to get it live. Don't relive me when you get to watch me on videos because mom's dead. Appreciate the fact that mom's sitting right here spitting hot fire for you. You were in the room. You were the first person in the room. You were the first person when it was free to see me.
Right.
Because they gonna pay to see me, friend. They gonna pay to see me. And you were there first. You believed first. You noticed first. You used the healing energy first. Thank you. Because of you, I'm still here. What's the rest of the story?
Okay, so basically, for example, like the whole, like, not really responding thing.
Are we back on Pink Pen? Okay, not responding, mirroring each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he's mirroring you negatively, let's start moving into positive so he can mirror you, because you're teaching him how to treat you. right? And like you said, people learn from different levels, all the different senses, right? And we have to understand that just because they teach us something doesn't mean that's the end all. So just because they told us there's 5 senses, we know that there's more. We know that there's more, right? We know that there's more. We know that that's touch, but the skin, we know that there's more. There's so much that could be received through the skin, through the hair, so there's so much more than what they tell us. So we have to implement all of that when we're reprogramming someone. So you can reprogram someone by brushing up against them when you walk past them. You could reprogram someone from having a scent.
That's
You can
really
reprogram someone.
I'm learning to do. I want to know how to do all this stuff. Ultimately, yeah. But
It's a seductress, but it's utilizing it correctly. And that's your feminine energy. That's your right. That's your right to use your sensuality to your advantage. Why would you not use your sensuality? Like, that's stupid. How do you have the most powerful fucking tool on earth and you don't use it? Like, that's stupid. You want to make women feel bad? It's because it's imbalanced. But don't make women feel bad, and men, because boom, men are sexy as hell too, and they use that shit too. Don't make somebody feel bad just because they done figured out how to work their shit. Did I answer your question? I think that was an in-depth answer. I just don't know if that was your question.
well, let me give you the play-by-play.
Mirroring.
Well, not that. Well, back to the whole he posted on the story thing, and then we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be mirroring, because essentially, so I saw him this day. The kids are here.
Mm-hmm. I guess somebody should go let the kids in, huh? That would be the responsible thing to do.
So I told him that I wanted to work out.
Independence. They got keys.
When he came back, he took a couple days. But I don't know how long it took. But he hearted it.
Hello, my beautiful babies. Welcome home.
Finally, we're home with Billy. What's this?
It's always Bailey first. The disrespect, do you understand? It's Bailey first, Bailey first. Let me ask Bailey. Like, I've lost my footing and I feel disrespected.
Are you okay?
Beautiful babies.
Yes, you're my beautiful babies. Hello, how are you? Oh, I know.
You never greeted us when we got home.
Why are you so heavy?
Don't be telling the people that I just greeted you for the first time all
Wait,
year.
this is yours?
No, you do it every single day, but not like that. You never you
Hello, my beautiful baby.
Yeah.
No, I honestly said it because he had my package and I was excited.
Wow,
You have
Mom,
something
that's
I
crazy.
wanted.
You just
Thank you,
you
my
just-
beautiful babies.
Yeah.
expose yourself.
Kaden,
No, I
Yes.
was just joking.
Yes.
can you look at
There's
my
no such
charger from the
thing
side of
as
my bed?
explosion when you live in
Let's
transparency.
see. Black
From the side of
science.
my bed.
Huh?
Yes.
Bro, are you listening or not?
It's too loud.
Yeah.
Go to the side of
Can I
my
pop
bed
one?
and get my
There's one for each
charger.
of us.
Thank you.
Oh, good job, Sherry. Okay, maturity. Yes.
I love these
Did you
things.
see that? And she carried his backpack all the way home from school. Okay, maturity.
Thank you, Angel.
Yeah, and you said thank you. Yes, go.
My
Off
God,
then.
Kaden.
Watch this, Angel. Watch this.
Oh.
That was just the quietest one somehow.
I know. So
Kaden.
you were trying to be quiet, weren't you?
I think.
Kaden, what
Trying to.
I'm trying to teach you how to play it off. It's
Oh, wait.
it's
You
essentially
want
lying,
live, so I
but
was trying to.
it's okay to lie sometimes. Thank you.
What did you say?
Huh?
This
I
is
have a chocolate ball
Sorry.
because I shared.
You want a chocolate ball? Yes, you can have a chocolate ball because you demonstrated such beautiful behavior.
kids are
I'm
just
so
using
proud
you.
of you.
Wait,
I'm so proud of
wait,
you.
then I have a chocolate ball.
Hold on, how many chocolate balls are left before I say how many chocolate balls get handed out?
There's 2,
There's
4,
sufficient
6.
chocolate.
There's 6.
There's sufficient chocolate
wait.
ball. Hold on, you don't need to see what's left.
There's
Just
8.
Give one to your brothers and keep it
7.
moving. Give
There's
one
7.
to your brothers and keep it moving.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you.
Well, now there's...
What the heck?
Now you counting my candy. It done turned from how many in there to you counting my candy. Understand when the energy shifts. Go on, get some business, child. Trying to eat up my chocolate bar. Don't you get your
Did you say you didn't like this?
get your worry out my mouth. I don't like when people worry about what goes in my mouth. Go on, get some business, child. When Dre gets home, never mind. Still don't like him.
Let me get them then.
No.
Can you go?
Just no. Let me count them because I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, and if I'm missing one, ain't nothing going to happen. I don't get no respect in this house. Will you put these in your refrigerator, please? No more empty threats. I'm sick of them. We're listening. What's your question? It's like...
Right.
Do you feel the energy? It's crazy.
I don't like doing all that.
I'm trying not to. Ask the fucking question before I get sidetracked.
Okay. So I was like, we should work out when you come back on like April 11th.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe like he didn't open it. He didn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the 20th I got my braces put on. So I posted about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting them put on. And then he asked what I was doing. And I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing? The video was about getting my braces put on.
Yeah, he's simple. Go ahead.
So I just said, I put my braces back on.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, why? I literally just didn't respond. So like,
Playing
why?
games because he's asking stupid questions, so direct him.
Be like,
Why is too simple of a response? If you want to talk to me, talk to me.
mm-hmm.
This is where the bitch comes in. You're not being a bitch, you're being assertive. But you don't know how to be assertive until you become a bitch. You have to learn how to... All assertiveness is you bringing in your bitchiness.
Mm-hmm.
So you just tell him, like, look, homie, like, who you talking to? What am I doing? You literally can see what I'm doing. I stopped talking to Dre for a period. He'd be like, what you doing? And I would just look at him. He'd be like, what? I was like, you literally see what I'm doing. Don't ask that question. And then it was like, ask a better question. That graduated to ask a better question. That's why you hear your brothers walking around saying, ask a better question. So I'm like, don't ask me what I'm doing when you literally see what the fuck I'm doing. Like, don't play dumb with me. Because you ain't really dumb, right? So stop playing dumb.
Okay.
And so you just have to figure out how to finesse it. That is assertiveness. Using your bitchiness to your power and using it as the tool that it is. Men want a woman that can pull them to their greatness. If you think it's easy to deny who you believe that you are in the moment you said I'm a man and now a woman comes into your life and you're just like, I don't know why, but I just gotta follow her ass. The power you must have for him to yield to you in order for you to guide him. Like, you gotta be so deep inside of him for him to allow himself to be led by you, and that's not time. That's not time.
Yeah, no,
But you got 6 years in the game.
I do, but at the same time, I haven't been using my time as like...
That's divinity. You only want the one, right? So what has happened is what's supposed to have happened. Right?
You're not making any sense. You need to make your point, because I agree, and then you say no. And then...
Because you're shortchanging yourself. So I'm like, no, do not simp yourself. I was the same way. Me and Dre never talked. So when I tell the story that we were best friends, it's the truth. He was my best friend, but what society says is a best friend relationship, we didn't have that. Like, we didn't talk more than we actually talked. And we ate together and we spent hours together. Like, we just vibed. It was just like, this is my fucking person, but we didn't know that was my person energy. You know? So it's not, you know, we kiki all the time and tell each other everything and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's some superficial BS. But when you could just be in somebody's energy and it's a fucking vibe fest, then that's something different. So if that's what you're preserving, don't discount what you guys have. What you have is special. And so I'm not saying it's special, he's the one. I'm saying don't discount any moment. That's why you take this moment for granted, because you take those moments for granted. And those were special moments too. Moments you will never get back. Especially since you're basing your entire present life off of those moments. You cannot take them for granted. They're very important. So whatever it was, it may not be what they tell us in the textbook.
And that's what I feel like it is. And that's why every single time you'd be like, Bailey, he just does, no, not me.
He is.
And it's like, at the same time,
I'm teaching you how to get him. But I still I can't let you shit on yourself in order to change.
I just need to go find new dudes to talk to, really.
No,
Like,
we're doing the pivot, but we're going to come back
that's
here.
really why I want to get rid of my clothes. Like, I want to feel like a baddie.
Okay, so do your baddiness.
Yeah, I gotta go to the gym. I paid the gym bill.
Yeah.
And she got me doing extra workouts now. She got me doing 5 extra minutes on the Stairmaster.
Okay.
And she has me doing a core workout on top of the workout I already have to do.
Yeah, get yourself right
She
then.
must have got, because I told her that I wasn't in the gym last week, so she must have been like, oh, I'll show her.
Yeah.
I'll show her.
Yeah, and make sure you're keeping. I screen recorded all of my stuff so that I could just watch it over and over and over again. You know, and so.
Yeah, I have, like, the app records it. Like, basically, it just
As long as you keep access to the app.
Yeah.
What I did was, like, because she would do each exercise. Does she do that for you? Yeah, so she does each exercise. And so, but she would do, like, however many reps. And I just need to see a demonstration of the form. And so I would take it into CapCut, and I would take 1, 2, 1 rep of each exercise. So I had like a 30-second video versus a 3-minute video to just, and boop, boop, boop. And so then I just sent those up to my cloud. So whenever I do decide to go back to the gym, I could just boop, 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 drop those all back down, and I have my personal trainer. Because we need to stop, we need to stop trying to retain the same client and milk them for everything you can. Because if you truly did your job, your client doesn't need you anymore, regardless of what your field of industry is. If you were truly doing your job, the person that has been paying you for years shouldn't need you anymore, because you transferred the tools for them to be successful from you independently. So, I'm listening, Bailey.
So then, the day I did my hair, I snapped him.
Where'd this go from?
McDonald's.
I know.
Because I didn't respond to the why. I just left him on delivery, and then I opened it like a couple days later. But I didn't respond. I was like, why am I? What do you mean why?
Yeah.
Literally in the video. I don't know. It's just, what do you mean why?
Yeah, that's what you actually say out loud. You see, you're in the group chat. You see how I talk to both of them, and I still get what I want.
So then, I sent him a picture of my hair.
You see how you talk to both of them, and you still get what you want. Anyway, keep going.
Exactly.
I'm saying, so you have the power. You just have to apply it to people you want to apply it to. You apply it to us. You don't care about us. We still do what you want. You understand that there's people out there who can't get what they want from their mom and dad and brothers and sisters, but you can get what you want even from Angel. In the middle of you yelling at her, she'll still do what you want. That's a choice, because there's times where she chooses not to.
So
but she chooses
to have people make the choice
control that power.
So next,
I'm listening.
So he just says blue in Spanish. Like, that's it. And
Your hair?
Yeah. I sent him a picture of my hair, and it was like 10 at night. So then he says, blue.
Do you understand he's having full sentence conversations with somebody out there? Keep going. I just want you to know which level you're on. You're in there. You're just trying to boop, 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 boop yourself up. I can teach you how to play.
I'm literally asking you how. And you're just like, you're not doing it right. Well, tell me how to do it, Lonnie.
Keep reading. Everything you say helps me give you a little bit more of the game. Let's go.
So then I respond, I'm like, I'm in Espanol. What else do you know? And then he left me on open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay.
Open means...
He read it, but like he opened it, and then he was either doing something with somebody or...
And read is not reading it at all.
Read, opened, and read are the same thing.
Okay.
Unopened means that there's a little...
That literally hurts my heart.
What?
This open, read, posting stories and watching people's social media, like, that's a form of stalkerism.
These blue right here...
Yes, I see.
That means people have messaged me, but I haven't talked to them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what unopened is.
That's a form of stalkerdom.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
It's common now.
So
then he just leaves me on open, so I leave it alone. And that was last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, the day before yesterday, he posted on his story that how he was gonna be here, but I didn't look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, he swept up on my story of Michael and I doing yoga and stuff. And so then I showed him some more of us doing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, he put like laughing or something. He said, you know, I go out there the 11th. And I'm like, how long will you be here? And he says, a month. And then basically, I was like, for sure, we got some time then. What are you down to do? I was saying hiking, but we can do anything besides the obvious. Knowing. I don't want to link up with him.
What is his response?
Shit, hiking be cool. Right? Like, it's better in person than over the phone, because I feel like dudes just be trying to, like, sound simple.
So there's multiple angles here. First and foremost, does he have the capacity to form in a complete sentence?
Yeah.
So he's choosing not to.
We done
So
it before.
either he's choosing not to.
I think he chooses not to.
With you, or he's choosing not to with everyone because this is his persona, or there's someone out here that he is having long drawn out conversations with because he has the capacity to do so.
He has the capacity and he used
So
to.
force him to do it with you. He's shown that he has the capabilities. Look, nigga, these one-word answers ain't doing it for me. If you want to talk to me, actually fucking talk. I did it with Dre. I don't know. I'm not accepting I don't know anymore. That happened in Jamaica. And somebody got on my head. You don't speak to a black man like that. I was like, no, you don't speak to your black man like that. I'm going to speak to my black man like that. I don't accept I don't know anymore. You better stop and think about something. If you are operating and navigating your life and you don't know anything of what you're doing, what the hell is going on? God don't know either, because God is at the head of your life. What do you want to happen? Make it so. And if you don't know, who knows? Stop playing with me.
Right.
So tell him. You sitting here, I don't know me to death. Who are you talking to? I know what you're capable of. Man the fuck up. Talk to him like that. Grab him by the balls and lead him.
So then, I'm like, okay, I'm for sure off the 18th. It's a Saturday. How's that? He said, yeah, that's a bet. I'm like, all right. And I said, do you want to just do that, then go home, or do like a day type thing? And then I also said, dun dun dun, You gotta hop out the mom situation. You gotta hop out the mom box for a second, okay? Mind you. Michael, if you're gonna be in here, you can't be interrupting mom like that. Like,
remember, you jump into the conversation or you just be outside of it because you're being a distraction.
You're whispering for a reason.
We don't want to be a distraction. Be a part of the vibe or nothing at all. I'm listening.
So anyway, step out the mom box. And I asked him if he wanted to stay after or if he wanted to go home. And I said, I want to shower with you. He didn't respond. He didn't open it. He didn't do anything.
You think you're going to take a shower with him and you're not going to do inappropriate things?
Of course not.
Stop playing yourself.
I won't.
I'm so sick to my fucking stomach
I'm
when we get to the
not.
place where you play yourself every single time and you hit reset on our progress.
I'm not going to do anything.
Don't do that.
Why?
You're giving him way too much access to you. He doesn't deserve it. What has he done to gain access to your body in that intimate level? Nothing. Come to town? Give you one-word answers? Stop using this shit to be the reason why you're stuck in a goddamn cycle.
Upside down.
I don't give a fuck. Stop using this shit to be the reason why you're stuck in a cycle. You said you got it, but now you acting like you didn't.
I'm literally just giving you the reason.
I need to speak when it needs to be spoken, whether you know or not. You need this.
Okay.
Because if you play yourself, why didn't you tell me, Mom? Because when it mattered, i.e., you can finish your entire story and I could go, well, you remember when? And the energy is not going to be there. I need you to feel this fucking energy.
You know, I
Getting in the shower with that man is going to play you.
Why? You can give me the rundown.
One, desire in itself. Two, it's who it is. 3, because you put yourself in a position that you thought that you could handle, that every woman that has walked this earth, every human that has walked this earth has put themselves in that position and failed. Not one has shared space like that with someone and allowed themselves to get out of it unscathed. Stop playing yourself like a movie. It doesn't happen in real life.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, Kaden.
All I'm saying is, Bailey,
So how do I
like,
backtrack this? Because he didn't respond to it, but he definitely probably have seen it. Like, you know? 'Cause you can half swipe on messages.
so just like the therapist said today, stop waiting for someone to start because no one will ever start. Remember, I say that to you and Angel all the time. Somebody got to change the tide. Somebody got to be the first one to be nice. Say, look, I'm done playing with you. I'm done playing myself for you. I like you. You know I like you, but this ain't the type of relationship I want. From today forward, we are going to create a relationship that's fair for both of us. This isn't fair to me. Half the time I'm confused. If I'm not confused, I'm sad. That's not fair to me. I'm only talking to you based off our history. That's not fair to me. We're not building anything substantial new. You're out there building. You lived a whole year of your life. How many times did I enter that year? That's not fair to me.
Aww.
So that's what you need to be saying to him. That's what you need to be feeling.
Yeah, I do feel that. Hearing those words is kind of just like, dang.
But you sitting here giving him your body in any capacity. Don't play yourself.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
It's not funny anymore.
You were waiting for your time to do it, though, so I like that. You're trying to get your comedic timing. But, yeah.
You stole your brother's line.
Yeah, that was a Caden line. The originator gets the laugh. The person who copies it, you're just trying to find your thing. But your thing can't be somebody else's. You got your own thing, kid.
So anywho,
You're funny
how do
on your
I
own.
backtrack this?
I just literally gave you...
Bro,
Hey!
listen.
Get out the trash.
Just trying to get that chocolate.
Just because I talked what you should have been talking, you should be like, hold on, what? I told you what to say.
Oh,
How do you back?
You type this up? I thought it was like a
No.
wait till I talk to him next time.
No, I don't want any. No,
I came from here only.
I don't want any.
Okay? Well,
Hey, is there still some waffle? Is there any waffle left?
Yeah.
You ate it all? Is there any toast?
Toast? No, just normal bread.
She's not talking to you.
Did you eat it all, Kaden?
She's talking to Kaden.
You don't even eat that much food. I don't believe it. Did you throw it away? Okay. It's food.
Yeah, so
Okay.
So I should text this to him.
Yeah, say, when you touch down in Arizona, I need our relationship to start over. So what I previously text you, I'm not repeating this, so internalize this. What I previously text you, I'm taking back. I don't deserve to be treated the way that you've treated me. I know that you have treated me in ways that I like. And I am insisting that's how you treat me now. Which means I will be guiding you through how we interact going forward. And you're more than welcome to guide me through how to interact with you. Now you use your language, but you're pretty much saying, I'm done playing myself. I deserve better. You deserve better. Why do we want what everybody else has? We see what that is. Why do we want that? Why will you allow him to carry you down that when you know better? My husband waited 6 years to get between my legs. And when I was reprogramming him, he waited 5 to 6 months. We did not have sex for 5 to 6 months, and that man laid next to me and never stepped out on me. Pissed him off. He cussed me out publicly. Let his rage go all around, like just almost tore his family apart. But he didn't cheat on me. He didn't beat on me. He didn't divorce me, kind of, sort of. All those things. We survived is what I'm saying. So you will survive this restructuring if it's survivable. And if it's not, you have to break that line at some point. He's going to have to break your heart to the point where you allow your heart to be broken. You are choosing to hang on to him. And I'm telling you, if you choose to hang on to him, this is how you get him to move how you want him to move.
So after he says his reply, maybe what's my standpoint? Well, what are these things I'm asking for?
You can do everything you said except for the shower part. Take your ass home.
No.
Go take your own little hot and bothered shower.
No. That's not the... That's probably why he didn't respond. He's like, this girl.
Exactly. Be his friend.
She wants.
Be his friend. We're like, I'm trying to be your friend and trying to be a grown-up. Sorry, my bad. Say it like that. Be his friend, because you bring that point in where he's just like, he's your friend, but y'all trying to be grown too. Do friends take showers together? I don't think they don't. How many friends you taking showers with?
None.
So why are you taking a shower with him?
Because we're like intimate friends.
You're playing yourself.
And that ties back into, if I want the situation to be romantic, what is romantic?
Aw, I want to be a chaperone.
What's a chaperone?
Do y'all need chaperone? I think y'all need a chaperone. I'm going to the museum with y'all.
Yeah, it's like
Please contact your first grade teacher for available. All chaperones will need to arrange their own transportation to and from the event.
Your level of nosy is monumental. You just read this permission slip through the back of the paper backwards.
You think so?
I know so. How the fuck did you just read that if...
I'm a psychic.
You're not a psychic. You literally read backwards through the back of a piece of paper. Like, your detective skills are... Mwah.
Oh, you're funny.
When did they give you this?
Right after specials.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
Right after specials.
Wouldn't it be fun for mommy to go on a field trip with you?
Sure, it just costs $15.
We got it,
And you
babe.
gotta pay, if my brother wants to go, you gotta pay for him.
You want to go?
Or
That's a
really,
Thursday. I might have to work. She can figure it
Tell
out.
her off.
get a job.
Figure it out. Like Mary J. Blige said.
She ain't even like helping us for real. She's a shady woman.
Mm.
Mommy, how about you use your money from the altar?
Ain't no money on my altar.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, leave that money alone. That money's not easily replaced. But the other money gone. I know, it's bad. But I talked to my ancestors. They said what I took the money for, they're willing to help me.
Dang. So send me
But that's
the
what my
message.
family does. They help me when I'm in need. What?
Apologize for saying you sour, or just be like, oh, no.
Do you want to have a relationship approach or a friend approach?
I
You need to have
just
a
be
friend
friends.
approach.
I need to scratch it all to friendship, because ultimately, I don't feel like we definitely had a friendship, but
You're hurting my heart, Bailey.
why?
I'm going to tell you like Richard Mooney. You're hurting my heart. You're hurting my heart.
Well, come help me get a new one. I don't have to be looking at him. How do I get a new man?
I don't know.
Right?
You have a man?
You have to know that you have a gravitational pull. And you are pulling in and out of yourself different people. Right now you are pulling into yourself Hat to the Back.
I don't want
But you are also pulling into yourself Pink Panther. And in this gravitational pull, you have to decide how you navigate that which you are pulling to yourself. You can have either one of them. One is the short game, because when you put a prayer out into the world, God hears it and the devil hears it as well. So you can do it short term, or you can play the long game. And you can use the short game to teach you some things that you can utilize with the long game. So you can have a man tomorrow. You have a man right now.
But
I could talk you through the text to get you a man right now.
Me
I
too.
don't want them.
Exactly. So don't ask me when can you get a man, because the answer is right now. That is not what you want. You want the long game, which means you have to craft your man.
Get chocolate.
Oh, I'm teaching you how to craft your man.
Okay, so apologize.
You don't
for it
listen.
or no?
You don't listen. You disappoint me. You make me sad.
You're not helping me though.
I'm not. Throw this chicken nugget at you.
Right now. Right now, when you're saying you just gotta play the long game.
When you get more from me, when you get more from me,
I'm asking
when
you
you
because-
get more from me.
You can talk to her.
If you said, Mom, wow, thanks. Can you help me craft this text? Mom, hey, don't get distracted. Yo, you're not helping me.
I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
the bullshit. That's you
Okay.
tempering your bitch. You could be like, yo, bitch me. You can be her.
Okay.
But can you craft it in a way that doesn't shit on me?
Okay, Mom, are you able to help
That's
me?
why that thing
de-stress?
that I posted and my aunt put a sad face on and said, do what the fuck you want to do. Just don't hurt nobody.
Like this.
And I was like, this is the way that I live my life. I do whatever I want to. I just mind my business. Like, I'm selfish. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it, period. But in that, I'm always looking out for other people. So how can you do what you want to do? How can you be selfish, but in a selfless way? It's possible. I do it all the fucking time. I want to have this conversation with you. Do you think this is you having a conversation with me? This is me equally wanting to have a conversation with you. Because at any time, either of us could have stopped this conversation. So we are using each other equally.
And you've said this before, but I would like to move forward, Lonnie. Are you able to?
Good transition. What would you like from me, Bailey?
So basically, I'm apologizing for the shower comment, or what?
Are we approaching this as a friend or a potential
Friend.
situationship? You literally are setting yourself for a situationship? Do you see this?
She
I
said
wasn't going to
friend.
have sex with him.
You don't.
Why would I do that? After you literally said, don't do it, Bailey, don't do it. I just want to see him.
If I was 20 years younger, I would flip myself off of this bed. That is what I feel in my body. Like, don't play yourself.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Perfect timing. Thank you. Don't play yourself.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Too many. Just that once. Remember, the first is the best. The second one is copying.
I just copied myself.
I know. Read the energy. I know. Read the energy. That second one was unnecessary.
Okay.
Yes.
So, friend.
Like, you know what? I'm tripping. I actually do like you. So when you touch down in Arizona, our whole vibe needs to change. So that text I sent, my bad. And he can respond however he wants to respond. And then you can respond and he can respond. The only thing that you must know is for you do not give him access to your body. Don't even kiss him. Don't let him fill you up through a shirt. Don't let him do nothing. That's not what you do with friends. That's what every bitch over there does, except for the other bitch who's willing to let him go all the way. Do you know he got a bitch that let him fill on his titties? He got a bitch to let him kiss. He got a little bitch to let him, he got another bitch to let him fuck. He got all of the bitches.
Right.
You don't want to be one of them.
Me too.
Especially when you got history. You got more history than any of them.
Right, I can't.
Who does he know, as long as he's known you, that knows how to do what you do? He knows other girls. He's still friends with other girls. Which one knows how to move like you do? You are special, so stop being ordinary. This ain't what ordinary gets ya.
Okay.
Like, please.
Let's construct this message.
I'm just giving you the message 5 times. You keep clearly you're like, that's not the right message. That's not the right message. Because you keep having me give you the fucking message.
So
You actually have it on video. Run back every single video and choose one. Take a piece from all of them.
No.
I'm tired of telling you what to say. You tell me what to say so you can stop asking me how to send text messages. What if tomorrow you can't ask me how to send a text message? You're going to have to know how to send it. So you say what you're going to say and I'll help you.
She does know how to. Because she been texting Dad. She been texting you. She been texting a lot of people. She been texting Makari too.
Who's that?
Stop running names.
So bad.
We don't say names on video, okay?
His name is Lightning McQueen.
No, don't put the association together so now they know when we use the code who we're talking about. Y'all are ridiculous. Like, y'all are the... I see. I'm going to have to protect myself from y'all already. Like, I'm going to have to put everything through a freaking trust so that no one can trace back to us because y'all just be acting out.
Mom, there's a trumpet right in front of me.
Okay.
I know. I'm just playing with the rappers.
One, I just feel like
That's how Kit.
he hasn't even opened the message. So like, I'm on the side that like he hasn't seen what I've said.
He has. Bailey, stop trying to play yourself.
I'm literally using air quotes and your eyes are closed.
We couldn't figure your shit already.
So what do I say? Bonnie,
If I still had a ball, where's the chicken nugget?
Mom! Chicken nugget power.
stop.
Why are you throwing stuff at me?
Because
That's
you're throwing
disrespectful.
stuff.
I can throw stuff at you.
Why?
Because you being foolish.
Don't
You're wasting my
say
time.
that my
Okay,
sister's foolish.
Okay, so what about when I'm in the mountain? What are we talking about?
How do we get in the mountain?
Because I mean, ultimately, I still want to hang out.
You can do everything, and then after you go hiking, he takes you home. Why do you got to do everything in one day?
You have to take me.
Huh? How did I get roped into the date night?
Because half of the back has a car. Pink Panther does not.
This is bullshit.
Pink Panther is...
This bitch little told me I got to chaperone a goddamn date.
You don't
Even
understand.
more of an inconvenience. I got to drop you off, leave, and come back. Like...
I wish I could borrow the car.
I wish I could throw this chicken nugget at you with the veracity that I want to throw the chicken nugget.
You can throw it at me.
Mom.
I'm so upset with
but I need
you.
help. And I'm not going to be asking TG to help me out.
Do you remember
Honestly,
how?
she just go get a car.
Do you remember how?
Can I really go get a car?
Hey,
I'll just go get a
Hey.
car myself.
hey. How about if you offer to fix Chug Chug? That cost may get you, or say, hey, if I offer to fix the car, is it possible that I could get driving rights back? If he says yes,
But I'm not
boom.
trying to judge.
If he says no, then don't help.
That makes sense, but he's gonna make me drive Chug Chug. I don't want to drive Chug Chug.
Do you want transportation or
Chug
not?
Chug is not reliable.
Because
Yes, he
he's
is.
not fixed. But if you put the proper parts in Chug, then Chug gon' chug.
It's not gonna chug.
Fuck
Chug-
it, then do what you need to do.
It's gonna chuggy.
I give you a goddamn solution and you're just like, I'm so sick of you. You're like, you're draining my energy at this point. You no longer are feeding me. You are draining me. I'm offering you solution and you're pivoting. I'm offering you a solution and you're pivoting. I'm offering you a solution and you're pivoting. Like, I've answered this text like 6 times.
Do it.
And now you're doing your thing.
What am I doing?
You're draining my energy.
That's what I do.
You're sucking.
That's what I do.
You have switched into that space. That's not what you do. This is when you're switching into an energy suck. Because I'm answering your question and you're refusing any type of response.
I said I would do it. I said I would go after it.
After the rebuttal.
I'm
And
not
this has
allowed to
been-
have rebuttals at all.
This has been
I feel
rebuttal.
like that's a response.
This is a rebuttal right now. You're rebuttaling the fact that I said you have rebuttals.
But I'm actually saying the instance that you're saying was a rebuttal. I'm not allowed to have a response. Like, I'm just so confused.
Because you are asking me for an answer to something. Okay? So there's different types of conversations. I just identified this because you are correct. If we were having a conversation, you can have a rebuttal. That makes sense, right? You can say, I'm going to say, you're going to say, you're going to say, I'm going to say, we're going to do. That's a conversation. If you come to me and you're asking me for advice, I'm going to give you my advice. Now, to have a rebuttal versus, do you want me to wait for you? To have a rebuttal, because I'm really giving you some life advice right now. So if you would like to capture it all, I can wait.
And I'm listening.
All right, if there's a difference between a rebuttal and asking follow-up questions for clarification. Because we are not having a conversation, you ask me my advice. We are not communicating for either of us to shift perspective or position on something. You simply came to me and said, what do you think? Which means there's no rebuttal to what I think. What I think is what I think. Now, if you need clarification as to what I think, that is completely different. So, Mom, when you say this, what do you mean? I need a little bit more language for this. But if you're trying to argue my point of view, I'm like, what the fuck? Now I got to try to say it a different way.
I'm not.
I'm literally telling you. Mom, I understand what you're saying. I'm not. Do you understand? They're saying the same thing. One is a rebuttal. I'm not. The other one is, I understand what you're saying. Do you see the difference?
I understand what you're saying.
Then we can move forward.
They
You want the chicken nugget? First, you gotta say chicken nugget. You don't get to come over here with that yip yap no more. Chicken nugget.
Chicken.
Nope. Let me hear. Let me hear. Can I hear the boy say chicken nugget?
Chicken nugget.
Let me hear.
Chicken nugget.
Chicken. Chicken. Say it with me. Chicken. 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 Nugget. Chicken. Chicken. You got this. This is easy work. Chicken.
Nugget.
I'm gonna let you be great. There's a chicken nugget. Good job. What the hell are you laughing at?
Mom.
He about to be the greatest orator in the world. You laugh if you want to. He gonna have the video where he was practicing chicken nugget with his mama. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. You better tell him.
Birdie, can we stay on topic?
Miss LB.
What is the topic? I'm so through with you.
The topic is what am I?
Go on, Jim. Go with it. Yeah.
We gotta go work your daddy for $30, Michael.
Dre's not gonna.
15. 50 vouchers.
Actually, 45.
45?
Right?
Bro, he
15,
always become
30, 40, yeah, $45. So, because we all supposed to go, right? I got a hot 20 in my wallet, so that's half off.
Should we
So.
You want to go on the field trip too?
No.
So 40
Should I call Dre now?
20.
Oh, pay to fix choke check. How much does it cost?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just know that I'm hungry.
I just want to get my toes done. I don't want to pay to fix that car.
Well, then don't. It was just a suggestion. Remember,
But how else?
in
will
the
it-
circle
how else
of
would it really help me?
life.
Don't
Because your
forget
suggestions
Mom.
seem like a cop out on your end.
This bitch had the nerve to say the fact that I gave you a suggestion was a cop out. I literally gave you an opportunity to figure this out, and you're like, "That's a cop out."
I'm saying.
Get the oh
Can
my!
you listen?
No.
You're not listening.
Change your energy.
What are you
Don't
doing?
tell the person that's trying to help you it's a cop out. That language is very inflammatory.
Yes, it is.
Then what would you like me to say? It seems like you're not. You don't want to be a part of the help. You just
You're
told
trying to
what do.
pawn me off on something else.
Sure.
Help me understand what the point you're trying to make,
I was
and I
about
can give
to
you
say that you
language.
said, "Oh my God."
No, because when you told me I'm a cop out, that was inflammatory language, and I'm allowed to attach to that because you need to work that out of your system when you're trying to effectively communicate and get your way from people. I have to put up with your stuff, other people don't. So I'm allowed to be as loud and responsive if I want to when you fuck up. Like, tagged you,
I
gotcha.
Lonnie. I understand, Lonnie.
Let's go.
Donnie now.
You're not gonna start.
I'm
I'm not accepting it from you.
Okay, Mom.
This is what I'm talking about.
So I'm aging, and this actually hurts. When I'm aging, always this hurts.
Are you being a part of the conversation, or are you trying to take away from the conversation? Good choice. Back to you.
I was saying that basically you saying for me to drive myself or me fix the car is basically you not helping me get there.
That's giving you the freedom so that you can move around. You're not putting yourself in a car with anybody else, or fine. If that's what you need, I have no problem being your chastity belt. Okay, fine. But for you to sit here and be like, I'm giving you the fucking freedom. I'm telling you how to play this to where now you have a way to get to and from work without somebody coming and picking you up. I'm playing chess, you're playing checkers.
It makes sense, but at the same time, I'm just thinking about the logistics of it all. It's not our car. The whole reason why I wasn't allowed to drive it in the first place was because
Your history. Andre drives it, which has a terrible history. I drive it, I got a terrible history according to Dre. Like, we all can't drive according to Dre, but he allows us to drive. What's to stop you? Except for you. Figuring out a way to finesse it. And I'm telling you, if you, one, reach him on a financial spaces, which is where his focus is right now. So now you've eased the load for him, which means you're looking out for him. Like, this is psychological.
But what are we
We're playing.
paying for? Literally, I just
You have to find out.
and this needs to happen in 2 weeks, Mom.
So are we moving in solutions or we're moving in rebuttals?
I'm
You literally. So what can we do?
What the?
Move. Why are you right there? That makes no sense.
like you come in here to
That's
interject
kitty
yourself.
stuff.
And I hate it, and then I don't like any of you guys around.
Don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play it. And stop.
You got one too many. Don't play with it. But good job. Excellent timing. What I'm saying is, Bailey,
I know you want. I'm
No.
trying to move into solution.
we only got 2 weeks. What we doing? Now we gotta make this happen in 2 weeks. Like, okay, we only got 2 weeks. Let's go.
Okay, I'll be back. I need to go pee. But think
You
about
stress
it.
me out. No,
I'm
I
about to call
don't want to
Drake.
think about your issues anymore.
Please.
You're stressing me
I
out.
need help.
I don't want to be a part of your issues right
I
now.
need help.
I no longer want to give you my energy. I don't want to give you my energy.
Mom!
We have 2 weeks to solve this. I've given you enough of my energetic output. If you can't figure it out with what I've given you thus
Mommy!
far, I can no longer give you more today.
I need more help.
I refuse.
But I'm willing to move
No.
forward.
But
No.
did it.
I'm protecting my energy. I'm no longer letting you siphon off of me.
Where's your chicken nugget?
From the moment
No,
I
get
said that
mine.
this is too much, I've allowed you to siphon off of me, and now I'm stopping it.
Mom. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Anybody else raising a teenager?
Mom.
What?